Greetings, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Breakdown with DJ Odyccy. Yo, okay. During the week, I played you guys one of the tracks that I was working on. It's an Amapiano Banger song, and I was live on Facebook, just playing it and then just playing around with the keyboard and everything. And then most of you actually wanted to see how I actually made this beat. You want to see a breakdown of the beat. Uh, so I don't want to waste time. I just want to break it down for you and actually show you how I actually came up with what I did, like step by step on what I did to actually do what I did. Kidizamba, we need bangers, bafwetu, Renyaga Skupu, Sese serious. So, yeah, man, without wasting time, man, let's head into this. So yeah, uh, this is a very simple beat because what I did on the beat was, firstly, I went into my Amapiano sample pack two, né? Amapiano sample pack two, and what I did was get inside loops, and then I found some drum loops inside this. So I used drum loop number 11. So I used this loop here. So this one. So yeah, I used this loop, dragged it on, and then I made it all throughout. And then what I did on top of this, so I'll play this. Let's get to a point where the song actually has a nice climax. Everything else, then we'll break it down as it goes. So it was these drums, and then we had these drums. As you can hear, very simple. It's just drum loops inside my pack, and then what I did on top of this was find a nice snare. But no, the snare wasn't the second thing. The second thing that I did was come up with a pad. Um, I don't remember which pad I used. So I used Nexus. Um, then we had this sound. That's the pad, and then that's how it actually looks inside the piano roll. I hope you guys are still with me. Um, from here, from this, that's where I actually came up with the bell sound. Nah, the bell sound sounded like this. So it's the bell sound, more like a plug sound. It's plugged, and then it's a muted pad, and then it looks like this. And then on top of everything here, what I did was put the snare because the snare was the most important thing. The snare was the most important thing because it gave me the rhythm of what the banger is supposed to be. Let me play this. Like it sounded like this. Oh my God, there's a bass. Sorry guys. The snare. Uh, so yeah, that's the snare. You also find it in my pack, right? And then what I also did was find a timpani sound. So there's a timpani sound. So with the timpani sound, I found it in Nexus. A timpani sound, it's an orchestral sound, but it's like a tom. It's like sort of a kick in orchestra. I don't know if you can find it anywhere else. But you can find a timpani. I think Contact has timpanis as well. Most of these softwares, the plugins that we mostly use, they actually have timpanis. Just that I came inside Nexus, inside Desk Orchestra, and I came into Timpani Hit, right? So what a Timpani Hit does, it sounds like this. So together with this, and then I made it go exactly the same way that the snare goes, and then we have this. So yeah, and then uh, what I did with the timpani is it has like a key on it. So you want to make sure that the timpani plays on the right key of the song. So the timpani actually follows where, like if you check the pad, right? Let's check the pad. It's on F. So what I did was even a timpani. Let's get into the timpani. So even a timpani is supposed to be on F. You guys can see the trick, right? So the pad was on F, so the timpani it's on F. I make sure that the timpani is also on F, so that you don't have a different feel to it. Like you need to make sure that everything is on key. Like Buffet key is very important. And then what I did on top of this was now after the timpani was a flute, right? So it's the flute, and then the flute sounds like this. So there was a timpani, there was the flute. The flute plays like this. The flute also comes from Nexus. It's a flute. It's an ensemble, a flute ensemble. And then somebody's trying to call me, so I'll answer that person just after the tutorial. I'll call them. The next thing was a lead sound. So the lead sound this is the lead sound. This is the lead sound, and then our lonely sounds like this. So on top of this now, then the lead, then we put it on song, and then we have the lead on top. So yeah, then the next thing was a bass line, more like your face bass. Am I right? No. It's the bass which is playing in this color. So it sounds like this. Put on the log drum, it became crazier. The log drum is log drum number 4 inside my sample pack in my presets. You'll find it. Perfect. Another thing which I need to stress: the log drum presets were made with 20.6, I think. FL Studio 20.6. You need to have this 20.6 upwards to actually be able to use these presets. And I'm sorry to people who bought it and then they don't have 20.6 or 20.7, and 20.8 is out now. So I urge you guys to actually upgrade. Keep on upgrading. I'm using 20.7. I'm hoping that I'll be using 20.8 very soon. I want to buy it very, very, very soon, and then make sure that we have originals before it. And then that's the log drum. This log drum is inside my pack anyway. And then the next thing that I added was another bass, but the bass is not like it changed in a way. I just made it unique. It's just the same thing. I took off there and there, and then this time it looks like this. It's very simple. It's very, very, very simple. I hope you guys see what I'm talking about. Um, I'll explain more. I'll keep on explaining. I hope that I explain even better into the music thing. Um, but you can hear the song is already a banger. It's already sounding amazing. And then the next thing, the next thing that we did was the strings, right? So I played the strings. Let's get to the strings. The strings, right? And then so the strings they also come from next. It's just the violin solo number two, wait, two, you know, and then alone the strings sound like this. Okay, and then that's and then in song mode it sounds like this. Hey, my CPU, my CPU. Yeah, I forgot about this whole thing of the CPU, guys. I hope I haven't affected the video as much. Um, let's change the audio as well. Make sure that it's on 2048 so that we can actually record the video properly. Yeah, I hope nothing was affected anyway. So let's try this now. So it was the string, and then we were playing. And then now the other thing was we added an organ. So I added an organ where I actually had to play a solo just to keep on making it like that. I'm a piano song, and then the organ that I used is not B4. I had to use Contact 5. Never forget, I had to use Contact 5. I'm using a different laptop from the one that I was using. So this one I haven't installed B4 yet. But you have this basic gospel thing, vintage organs inside Contact 5. Vintage organs. So if you have Contact 5 or Contact or and higher, try to find the library called vintage organs. That way you can actually play. You can actually play the keys very nicely, and it sounds like this, right? Okay, my CPU usage is very high, but as you can tell, like the organ, that's how it sounds, and I have to increase my RAM again on this laptop, and then hopefully we'll keep growing into this whole thing, and then I hope this doesn't discourage you guys. Actually, it should motivate you guys that I'm also like you. I'm also using um, a CPU which is not as fast or heavy or whatever. So, but I love it. I got almost everything that I need. Um, so the organ is a CPU hungry. Me normally I would come here and actually go render render and replace. But before I do that, because maybe I have EQ'd this thing, so what I do is switch off the EQ, and then when I say render and replace, and then it what it does, it replaces the MIDI with an audio, but you still have the MIDI somewhere. But just that now, instead of playing a MIDI file here, it will actually play an audio, and then you can just grab it back into the organ, to the organ channel, and then you still have the same volume, same everything. Just make sure you just cut off the what do you call this? make sure that you took out the EQ. So yeah, you have like a very dope sounding song by this moment, and then I added a timpani number two, right? So this timpani is more heavier, more louder, and then it's at the chorus, and yo, and then that sums up every song which is in the song. The only thing that I also had to add was the rolling, this one and this one. You find them inside my pack, right? And then the first goes like at least people can realize what do you call it? At least people can hear the difference, and then the other one is this one. So yeah, man. I think that's the song, and I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys feel this. Yeah. I'll try to make another tutorial very soon. Hope you guys learn something. And see you guys on my next tutorial. I love you guys so much. If you're still new, please subscribe to my channel. Um, please follow me on the socials. Um, Somebody told me about this. Do you guys really, really, really want to do a remix challenge? I'll try to hook up a remix challenge very soon as well, so that we can also interact, so that I can also know what like since the other remix challenge, how many people have I got to know as well? How many people got to subscribe as well? And then, yeah, the winner. I'll do a remix challenge. I'm still trying to figure out which one is it gonna be. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna do it? And then what's the prize? Whatever. And then I'll see you guys on my next tutorial. I love you. I love you. I love you so much. I'm out of here. Let's start.